Welcome to Makerium. In this video, you'll follow the step-by-step transformation of an old barn into a fully functional garage, all done by one man using practical construction skills and a hands-on approach. Whether you're interested in DIY construction, this journey highlights the challenges, techniques, and craftsmanship involved in such a transformation. The initial phase involves the careful dismantling and removal of the existing structural and non-structural wooden elements, including ceiling joists, beams, and any supporting framework. During the preparation phase, specific sections of the existing barn structure are carefully cut and removed to accommodate the new design layout. This includes creating new openings for doors, windows, or vehicle access points, as outlined in the renovation plans. In some areas, old beams had to be taken out and replaced with new, stronger ones to ensure the structure could safely handle modern load requirements. The ground is dug out to the required depth to allow for proper sub-base preparation, drainage, and slab thickness. The existing barn structure is carefully elevated and temporarily cribbed to provide clearance for slab installation. A deeper section is dug out in the center of the foundation area to make room for a hydraulic lift table that will be installed later. An underlayment is applied to help prevent soil movement. Then, a layer of crushed gravel is poured and leveled to create a stable, well-draining base for the next phase of concrete work. Rigid polystyrene foam boards are installed across the lift area. In the recessed center, the water draining system is set up. A steel rebar grid is then placed on spacers to ensure proper concrete coverage. Once everything is set, concrete is poured into the lift recess. Watering is important to keep the concrete from drying too quickly, ensuring a strong and durable finish. The drainage system was also tested, confirming that everything is working. The surrounding ground is covered with high-quality gravel to create a stable, well-drained surface. It is then compacted with a plate compactor to form a firm base. If you're still watching and enjoying the build, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. That's the best way to support what we're doing here. Using the same method as in the lift recess, the entire slab area is prepared for the final concrete pour. The polystyrene foam boards are laid over the compacted gravel to improve thermal performance and protect against ground moisture, and the draining system is set up. Polystyrene foam is commonly used beneath concrete slabs in residential, commercial, and industrial construction. It's a popular choice because it offers excellent thermal insulation, resists moisture, protects against frost, and is easy to install. The steel reinforcement bars are first installed along the perimeter to provide additional structural support where loads are typically higher. The steel frame for the hydraulic lift table is installed, then electrical conduit is laid, running from the control area to the lift location. Next, the underfloor heating system is installed. Flexible tubing is laid out across the insulated surface in a planned pattern for even heat distribution. Once in place, a second layer of rebar mesh is laid on spacers across the floor to reinforce the slab and hold the heating tubes in position during the concrete pour. The heating and hot water system is installed to supply the underfloor heating network. It is then connected to the floor heating manifold, which evenly distributes heated water through the piping laid beneath the slab. The next step involves building a foundation wall along the perimeter of the structure using light-expanded clay aggregate blocks. These lightweight, yet strong blocks provide excellent thermal insulation and moisture resistance, making them ideal for garage construction. It's time for wall framing, which starts with structural grade timber. Vertical studs are spaced evenly, with openings for windows and doors. Bracing and top plates are added for strength, and structural sheathing is fixed to the exterior for lateral support. Typically, this kind of wall structure is made of structural grade timber, such as kiln-dried pine or fir, chosen for its strength. Stability and resistance to warping. These materials form the backbone of the framing process. The wall frame is assembled flat on the ground, then lifted into position and securely nailed to the existing old barnwood logs. This method allows for faster, more accurate assembly, as everything can be measured and squared before the frame is raised. To reinforce the structure and support additional loads, steel beams are mounted across the framed walls. Mounting brackets are used to securely fasten the beams to the wooden framing, with welded joints added for extra strength. At this stage, the weight is shifted from the timber-framed wall onto the steel beam. This eases the load on the wood and makes the whole structure more stable. Up next is assembling and mounting the biggest wall, the garage door supporting wall, and the side walls. The process for each is the same as before, so just sit back and enjoy watching it all come together. Due to their size and structural importance, these walls are assembled on the ground. This approach allows for precise alignment and easier handling before they're lifted into place. The framing includes vertical studs spaced evenly for load distribution, along with top and bottom plates to tie the structure together. Once the frame is ready, wooden sheathing is added to provide structural rigidity. With the main structural framework secured, it's time to install the joists that will support the walls above and ceiling below. They are anchored to the top plates of the framed walls and steel beams using joist hangers to ensure stable connections. These joists play a crucial role in distributing weight evenly across the structure, helping to prevent sagging or shifting over time. Properly installed joists not only add structural integrity, but also provide a solid, stable base for dividing the space or supporting finishing materials. An underlayment membrane is applied to the underside of the ceiling framework. This acts as a vapor barrier, helping to control moisture and protect the ceiling cavity and interior finishes from condensation and water damage. Since the barn ceiling is quite high, the builder decides to divide the space to create a separate area for other uses. To do this, he covers the joists with OSB panels, a sturdy and cost-effective material that provides good structural support and a solid surface for finishing. Once the remaining space is sealed with OSB sheathing, the insulation process begins. Fiberglass insulation bats are fitted between wall studs and are covered with the OSB again. This improves energy efficiency, helps regulate indoor temperatures, and provides soundproofing. At this stage, an interior balcony is built inside the garage. After the framework is complete, it's lifted into place, covered with a polyethylene underlayment, and insulated with fiberglass. Finally, plywood panels are added on top to create a solid, usable surface. By improving the layout and adding insulation, it helps maintain a comfortable temperature year-round, making the garage a more inviting and practical space, no matter the season. This balcony will serve as a cozy resting spot inside the garage, a perfect place to have a coffee or just chill out. A staircase will be added later for easy access, making it a comfortable retreat to enjoy some downtime. Finally, it's time to insulate the entire interior, an important step, especially with how harsh Swedish winters can get. This layer of fiberglass insulation greatly improves the building's energy efficiency, helping maintain warmth during freezing temperatures and lowering heating costs. To test the building's insulation, a diesel heater is run for a few hours to warm up the garage. Then, a thermal imaging camera checks for heat leaks or cold spots. The results show no visible heat loss, confirming the insulation and sealing were done well. Before adding the finishing surfaces, a polyethylene sheet is applied and taped over the insulated walls to act as a vapor barrier. The original log walls of the old barn are carefully cut to create an entrance door opening. It's a delicate job that takes precise measuring and careful cutting to make sure the rest of the wall stays solid and structurally strong. The interior wall is opened up for the new windows. Once they are set in place and screwed into the frame, any gaps around the edges are filled with expanding foam to keep out drafts. The lift table is now assembled and installed in the recessed section of the concrete floor. The hydraulic system is connected to the power unit and wall-mounted control panel. The lift is then tested to check its full range of motion, safety features, and ease of operation. To prepare for the final wall finishes, furring strips are installed along all interior walls. Precise alignment is key, since insulation boards will be added next, and the spacing needs to be consistent throughout. Once the gaps are covered, a layer of mortar is applied over the brickwork at the base of the structure, serving as a plaster finish. After it fully cures, a waterproof coating is added on top. This extra layer of protection is especially important in cold, wet climates like Sweden's. The last layer of insulation boards is installed on the interior side of the walls, guaranteeing a stable indoor temperature even during the harshest winter months. The ceiling is the first surface to be finished, using pre-cut interior-grade sheet metal panels. These panels are low maintenance, reflect light well, and help brighten up the interior. Each sheet is screwed to keep it tight and free from vibration. Everything is lined up with even spacing and smooth overlaps so it all looks clean and professional. Trim sheets are installed at wall-to-ceiling junctions, internal and external corners, and along panel edges to conceal gaps and provide a polished finish. The breaker panel is installed to manage and protect the garage's power supply. It's mounted on the wall, with all wiring neatly routed into it. Ceiling lights are then installed and connected to their circuits, providing reliable lighting throughout the space. One of the final steps is installing the overhead garage door. First, metal tracks are mounted to the framing around the opening. These will guide the door panels as they slide up and overhead. The sectional door panels are then positioned one by one into the tracks, starting from the bottom. Hinges and tension systems are then installed to ensure the door moves smoothly. With the main structural and mechanical work done, it's time to focus on the finishing touches. This includes painting the window frames and adding wooden trim around the windows to give the space some character. The exterior finishes are coated and painted to protect them from weather damage like rain, snow, and sun exposure. Next, these wooden panels are added to the barn's exterior, bringing back its rustic charm while giving it extra protection against the weather. Finally, the more vulnerable parts of the exterior are coated with weather-resistant paint to protect the materials through every season. One of the key steps is installing the floor in the garage's vehicle storage area. Wooden boards are laid over the well-insulated base, and the entrance is gently sloped to make it easy to drive vehicles in and out. To complete the garage's heating setup, a wood-burning chamber is built and directly connected to the boiler system. This allows heat from the fire to be efficiently transferred through the boiler and distributed through the underfloor heating system. The fireplace is connected to a flue pipe to safely vent combustion gases. Once everything is in place, the heating system is tested with a thermal camera to make sure the heat is being distributed evenly and effectively. Wood-burning boilers are a popular heating solution in rural areas, especially in colder climates. When managed properly, they're both cost-effective and environmentally friendly. To add functionality to the garage interior, a fully equipped workshop area is built along one of the walls. Instead of using a traditional cabinet setup, the builder takes a more efficient approach, mounting full plywood sheets across the wall first, then adding divider sections to separate the storage areas. The process is really satisfying. Enjoy watching. This method not only speeds up the construction process, but also results in a cleaner, more uniform look. The plywood backing serves as a strong, versatile surface for mounting tools, shelving, and accessories, making it easy to customize the workspace later on. Painting the plywood is a simple yet effective way to protect the surface from moisture. Wear and everyday use, extending its lifespan and keeping the space looking neat and well-maintained over time. Equally important in a functional workspace is proper wiring. Electrical outlets, lighting, and tool access points need to be thoughtfully placed to ensure both safety and convenience. Well-designed workshop areas like this are essential in any functional garage, offering dedicated space for repairs, DIY projects, or hobby work. A smart layout and efficient use of materials can make a big difference in both performance and long-term maintenance. The front framing helps clearly define the layout of the workshop storage area, ensuring that everything fits properly, with enough clearance for drawer slides, cabinet doors, and easy access to electrical outlets. With the framework in place, the workshop really starts to take shape. This helps make sure everything goes in smoothly, without having to fix or adjust things later. It's a practical setup that's built for getting work done comfortably and efficiently. Only the final touches remain. Cabinet doors are installed to complete the storage units, and a durable metal sheet is then added on the counter as the work surface, giving the workshop a clean, functional finish that's ready for use. Metal brackets are screwed into place to support the soft close mechanism of the drawers. These brackets hold the sliding hardware securely, allowing the drawers to open smoothly and close gently on their own. The last major pieces missing in the workshop area are the drawers. The creator assembles them quickly and skillfully. The fronts and handles are then attached, giving the storage a polished finish. Just watch how it all comes together. The workshop features many drawers, and while they're not very deep, that's actually a big advantage. Their shallow design makes it easy to organize and store a wide variety of small parts, whether by shape, size, or how they're used. This level of organization keeps the workspace clutter-free and efficient, so the builder can focus on the job without hunting for parts. It's a smart solution that brings both functionality and convenience to the workshop. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much. You're one of our most loyal viewers, and we truly appreciate it. We'll do our best to live up to your expectations in the next video as well. Please give this video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. You have no idea how much that means to us. Thank you. Choosing the right handles is more important than it might seem at first. Comfort and ease of use must be ensured, especially since the drawers will be frequently opened and closed in a busy workshop. This workspace setup transforms the garage into a fully functional workshop, organized, efficient, and ready for any project or repair task. What began as an old, worn-down barn has now blossomed into a stunning, fully functional garage built with passion, patience, and skilled hands. Every step of this transformation tells a story of hard work, creativity, and the vision to breathe new life into a forgotten space. If you enjoyed this project, don't forget to hit subscribe. We've got lots more amazing makeovers coming your way soon.